I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki, and I'm with this big man.
Dr. Miracle Apoki.
Talk loud now.
Dr. Miracle Apoki.
Yes. Or alias
Head Eagle.
Head Eagle. So nice to have you, sir.
On the live stream, we had to.
We were on a live stream. We had to cut it to do a recording that will premiere so that our discussion can be consistent. Now, I was telling you about fatherhood.
Mm-hmm.
People always wonder how you, my children, have managed to stay with me all these years. You're on nearly 40 years now.
Yeah.
And they always wonder that as a very strict person, you know, you people said on Saturday that I was Hulk Hogan and that your mommy was Undertaker. As very strict parents, that they wonder how you have coped. But let me tell you about my experience about being a father. That day, on a Thursday, early morning, 2:35 a.m., 23rd of January, 1986, my life just changed. Once I carried you like this, after as they delivered you and I carried you, they cleaned you, there's something that dawned on me and affected me for a period of time onward. And I can sum them up as arrows, as in rice. Check your camera whether it is still okay.
This is good.
Okay. I can sum them up. Dr. Ofuma is our videographer. And so I can sum the arrows as such. Number one, there was a realization. I suddenly realized that I have brought somebody into this world. I have extended the lineage of my father and by extension, Apoki, grandfather. That realization was very intense. That realization led to responsibility. I knew I was not going to be a cock. Cocks impregnate or fertilize the eggs of hens, and they leave the hen to nurse to incubate the eggs. When they are hatched, the cock is not dead, has gone. And there are cocky fathers. They're just cocky fathers. So then the hen will take care of the chicks alone. The cock is not there to protect them. So I knew I was going to be responsible. That is, make sure you didn't lack. Because your mom was no longer working. We had no, she had not started work then. I was the only one working. I was doing NYSC. I was earning 200 naira. But I was living in a practice, Grandel Hospital, number 24, Okbulumobu Road. So I needed to provide. There was the preparation for delivery, like buying baby cot. That baby cot was 600 naira. I think it's still around. I don't know where it is now. You grew up to meet it.
Yeah, I grew up to meet it.
600 naira. I needed to buy napkins. Then we didn't have diapers, napkins. I also knew that day I carried your mom into the bathroom, gave her a warm bath. I washed all the clothes that were used for the delivery. I learned how to napkin baby. I learned how to wash napkins. Sometimes I would lock myself in the bathroom and be washing the napkins. so that people will know I wash napkins. There was one day I changed your napkin in the church, and Sister Carol Asiegbo of blessed memory saw me changing napkin, and she said, "See, this boy must have been a very senior house boy for him. Never knew I didn't have a younger one, and I didn't live with any person in the real sense. So I had to take decisions. So, and one of the places I was working was Oribis Hospital, owned by Dr. Obasi. And that was where he was the one who circumcised you. And responsibility led to another thing, restraint. I couldn't go out anyhow. When I went to work, I would come back during break to come and look at you, because I needed to see my handsome son. That time, when there's this market at Omungasi, you still remember it?
Yeah.
Omungasi market, when you go, that place where you ask that question, is it only bakery that you don't eat biscuit? so they will touch you and touch themselves. So I will come during break to look at my baby before going back to Aba Health Office. So restraint. I couldn't move anyhow. I couldn't do some things. I couldn't go to some places. That restraint was there. Then there was another arrow, risk taking. I needed to take some risks in order to make sure that I provided what a our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, so that your children can be proud of you. Thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. That is my responsibility as a father, both for a wife. I was 27, both for a wife and a child. So, and two aged parents that I had at home that I needed to take care of. And when I started working, I was earning 1,500. Your mother was earning 500 naira at the Royal Hospital, number 4, Popo Road. And I needed to manage those funds well. I still have the diaries in my office where I will write how we will spend the money. Needed to do budgeting as part of responsibility. Can't just put your money in your pocket and start throwing it up and down. 200 naira. But I needed to also generate revenue. The responsibility made me to take risks. Calculated, disciplined risk. So then I needed to raise the family. Raising a family will involve providing education for them. So I sent you to Living Word Academy. From Living Word Academy to where?
Living Word to Denounce to Ninland back to Living Word.
Did you go to Denounce?
Yeah, I went to Denounce. I spent 1 year there.
All in a bid to give you the best.
Yeah.
From there, when we came back here, you went to Noble Crest.
Noble Crest before going.
From Noble Crest, you went to Vinedion. I remember you entered secondary school at what age?
9.
And you were very mouthy, very boastful. Very boastful. It's not by. Can you cope? Mimi, can you cope? Yes, now. It's not by age. It is by brain. As I see this lequam.
And I think it's not because of academically speaking, wasn't really the problem. The problem was I was living in a hostel, and for a 9-year-old boy in hostels of that time in secondary school, it was overwhelming.
And the psychomotor skills were not there. Despite it. So you agree with me that we should allow children mature before we take them to the next stage.
Yeah.
So because we're having a lot of problems in our universities, a lot of problems. Parents are pushing children too fast. We didn't push you just passed.
Yeah.
So
but isn't that hardship passing through that hard process? Wouldn't it also aid in the maturity process? if it's not done too hastily.
Yes, the hardship, if a child is bullied because the child is too small, it can destroy the confidence of the child. You understand? If the child does not have the requisite psychomotor skills, like to copy notes, take care of himself, they might be punishing him unnecessarily, and because of the punishment, he might not cope academically, and then he will be tagged a failure. A child that was very brilliant will suddenly start failing. And then you see the child can start truancy. So I think that hardship is not the hardship that you really needed. But you coped.
I coped, and I think it also formed me in a way that I think since 9 years old, I've not really stayed at home.
Yes.
I've always been on the move, and
so
I learned to live.
So you realize that since 9 years old, for nearly 30 years, you have not really stayed with us. And so I keep telling parents, don't set these children away too early. So we need to raise the child. That will involve discipline. There were harsh decisions I took, like taking you from year 4 to year 2. And when you wanted to school overseas all the time.
I wanted to school overseas.
What formed that?
There's something you said about your grandfather. You told us that your grandfather wanted you to study medicine so that you.
My father. That's your grandfather.
My grandfather, he wanted you to study medicine. He wanted you to be above him, and you always say that you want your children to be better than you. So if I take the difference between your father and
myself,
and me and you, then I have to go a step
create further. A very big gap.
So it puts a little bit of pressure, but I think it was healthy pressure.
Okay. And then the other thing was that was that why you didn't, when I tell you we are going to do this, I said no, I'll do my own. Was that why?
That's one reason. Two, I think most children of successful parents, they tend to dwell on the successes of their parents, and they don't create something out of their own. And I really wanted to create, or I want to create something out of my own. That's why, in as much as it's good to dwell on the success of your parents, I wanted to create my own.
Let it be a leverage that you can create something that your father can also admire. At least they admire you. When I went to your hospital and that Lebanese doctor said, Dr. Apoki, good, I felt very elated. So I needed to raise you in the faith, and thank God for the Church of God mission at Aba. We had the children's Royal Kiddies.
Royal Kiddies.
We had Agape Force. Then we had the youths. And it was intense training you people. And thank God for Igbo land at that time. They were very good models. Sane families, good models to copy. So I needed to raise you in the faith. At one time you were the drummer in a church. What did you keyboard?
Drummer, pastor, so many things.
Visitation team,
evangelism team, drama team, dance team.
You were dancing. I said, you were dancing. So you were embedded in the church. And you have not deviated from that.
No.
So then needed to raise you in the faith, and then also elevate you, raise you in such a way that you didn't need to pass through the suffering that we went through. Not in the sense that you won't work hard, you won't develop psychological muscles, but that couldn't pay school fees, couldn't feed or whatever. Never. My wife and I made everything possible. When you were in Igbenedion, we were scratching, virtually peeling our skin to pay the school fees. There were times I had to sell. God help me, we went into real estate early. I had to sell land to be able to pay fees and send you overseas. But anytime I sold land to pay fees, I always bought another land, and this other one will appreciate and compensate for the money I used to pay fees. So fatherhood involved modeling. I remember 2 things. In the faith, I traveled with you a lot to preach.
Yeah.
And one of the places we went to was Christian Pentecostal Mission,
Yeah.
Council Road.
Yeah.
And is it College Road or Council Road, off Ohanko. And Pastor Favor was the pastor. And that time I was into real evangelism and power move. And as I was preaching, the interpreter fell under the anointing. Somebody else picked the microphone, fell under the anointing. And so I was preaching without interpreter. And then when I concluded, as I came down, some people rushed to grip me to tap anointing. And I said, somebody help me. All of them fell down. And when we got to the hotel, I asked you, do you like what you saw? You said yes. I said, do you want some of it? You said yes. And I pulled the white shirt. It was a white shirt with a very tiny collar, bishop's collar, and placed it on you. What happened?
Yeah, I fell.
You fell down. And you were there for some time. But they were very, apart from being a father, being firm, you need to be friendly. You see, all these buildings will expire.
Yeah.
Everything will expire. But the memories I leave in your mind will live longer than the monuments. You remember when we went to swim in Akwa Ibom?
Yeah.
In that stream?
Yeah.
You remember that incident?
Yeah.
We won't say it. People are not supposed to know this. So then you remember the one in a Terminus Hotel?
Yeah.
What happened there?
With fish escalope and chicken fry. and they brought the food. One of the plates had bigger chicken than the other, and he told us to pray.
And your eye was in the bigger chicken.
Yeah.
So I said we should pray. So what happened?
You exchange the plate.
I exchanged the plates.
Yeah.
And the smaller chicken came to your side.
Yeah.
You wanted to play me while you're a small boy like you. You want to play Robo Man while you. So I get to Robo brain for this side, can't get the Igbo brain for this side. 2 of them pass your own brain. And so those are memories. Be friendly, be firm, be responsible, raise the children. So how is raising children like? Being a father in Europe like?
Raising a child or being a father in Europe is a little bit different from the challenges that you had.
Okay.
Like I said, I was also present when they gave it to my daughter, and there comes a realization that I'm responsible for this child.
The same realization.
There comes a realization that I think the first few minutes.
But do you know that some men don't have this realization? And that's why they become irresponsible.
I don't know whether it's the values they have, because most people give birth to children without having a German would say a Nachdenken, a thought behind it. You must have a thought process or a thought behind it before you act on something.
So some of them just see the children as Pekingses.
Yeah.
The plural form of Pekin is Pekingses. You are not a Pekin. You are a child.
Yeah.
So okay. So continue.
So when the child came, we had to remodel our lives. We had to. I work very hard, if I should say, and for very long hours. and she's also a career person, so we had to make sacrifices. Expenses came, so it has not really been easy, especially for someone in Europe.
You went for antenatal courses?
We had antenatal courses. They taught us how to change diapers, what we need to buy, how we need to take care of the child, when we need to do this, when we need to do that. I think for 8 weeks or so.
8 weeks?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a real diploma. So, was that helpful?
And it was helpful, but there's one thing I always tell people with children: it surprises you. No matter how prepared you are,
it will surprise you.
It surprises.
The crying.
Everything. I think no matter how prepared you get, everything surprises you.
My own, apart from the health issues, I carried you like this, and I didn't know whether it's like as if children, when they are sleeping, they will just twitch.
Yeah.
And I carried you like this. Steve Anyaro, Dr. Steve Anyaro, is a pediatrician, an associate professor of pediatrics in New York, came visiting, and one other person. And I carried you like this. You were, I said, this child has tetanus. I ran outside to go and look for what to buy. But I didn't know it was a Sunday. I didn't know it was just natural with children. It was one of my other colleagues that said there's a natural phenomenon. So it surprises you. Then when I had your younger sister, then I was already in Royal Hospital. She would start crying from 6 in the evening till 6 a.m. When I'm going to work, the cry will be in my occipital region. I'll be hearing the baby crying. You know, it's like when your phone rings and rings and rings. After some time, you start hearing the ringtone in your head. You will think somebody called you. That one was awesome. Then Essay was born. Oh, Essay would cry. My in-law that became superstitious. There was one owl near one of the places there that
Ebema Street.
Ebema Street.
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that owl?
Yeah.
They said that owl was what? We start praying against owl. The boy just cried. So it's not easy being a father. Before your erection will give you direction, there must be preparation. If not, there is going to be disaster.
Yeah.
So you work in a different. You were living in Lunen.
Yeah.
Now you live in Munster.
Yeah.
And how many? What's the time duration to drive to work?
Oh, 1 hour.
1 hour. So you drive to work for 1 hour, then.
I work when I have shifts and 12 hours excluding overtime, and drive back. And when I drive back, I take over care of baby, because she had to handle her master projects and had to do those stuff in that period of time. So
your mother-in-law has been very.
She has been very helpful in taking.
My baby has grandmother.
Yeah.
Has mother.
Yeah.
Has grandmother. Yeah. Then has great grandmother.
Mothers.
Yeah. Great grandmothers.
From mom and dad side.
So she has a lot of aunties.
Yeah.
Auntie Lucky. Uptown babies don't cry. They don't know what suffering is like. They got nannies, grannies, lots of toys to play with. Uptown babies don't cry. You know, our own was totally different.
Yeah.
But I saw a video on how they exchange babies in the UK. One person is coming with the pram or what, stroller, and another person is the husband is coming, takes over the stroller from the mother, jumps into it, goes towards a train. I've prepared the meal, like that. And when I was told the first time, I think it's even in the US too. I didn't appreciate it until I visited the UK. I saw what was going on. I visited Romania. I saw Dr. Ofoma and Mirella. And you can't allow children to cry the way our own cry.
No.
They will arrest you. Somebody will hear and call police for you.
If the children can cry, I think the care nowadays is there's more pampering. Children, then people say the child should cry, then sleep off. They advise us not to do that.
But you know that that philosophy of the child cry will sleep off is the mentality that has given us wicked presidents. It's the mentality that has given us wicked governors. It's the mentality that has given us wicked vice chancellors. It's the mentality that has given us wicked commissioners of police. Let them protest. They will cool down. Let them shout, you know.
But they are probably because we didn't grow up in apartments. Because personally, I can't stay with a child crying. Even if I want to let the child cry, I can't concentrate. I'll go crazy if I stay with the child.
Not be our mama. The fish smacker. Of you when a gun of back. You just give you another one.
But they are funny enough because my wife Mirella, she watched a lot of videos on Facebook on how to make children sleep. And there are actually courses online that actually from Europeans that actually tell you that you should let the child cry, you put off the light, and that's the only way to let them sleep on their own.
The problem most times is no matter the number of courses you take, reality is
totally different. You want to do work on computer, then the baby is crying.
I can't concentrate. I can't do anything.
Like in your own case, it's as if anytime I call, Luca is sleeping. When I call, Sophia is sleeping. It's as if you breathe and they will wake up. Sophia is sleeping. Then I will say, no be these children. Even if I dey go Jerusalem with their mama, if they call, I go jump up, answer their call. Now I say one pikin dey sleep. Una try anyway. It's a new generation. But I think that's why some of them are very compassionate because research has shown that children who are cuddled and loved also learn to love. One research on rats found out that rats that were licked by their mothers also licked their own offspring, that they were also tender towards their own offspring. So if we are to raise a society where people will be compassionate and tender towards one another, we need to ameliorate the stress and the anger children go through. Though some children have tantrums, they throw tantrums.
Yes, sir.
Do they throw?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you won't know what is making them cry. You know? So being a father is not easy.
Yeah.
It's a great responsibility. Any other question?
I think I'll throw one in. Okay. I think most people, when thinking of having children, don't realize that having a child means you are responsible for the future of this person.
My arrows now.
Yeah, you are responsible for forging the future of this person.
Yes.
Now, if you know, okay, what kind of future do you think of, or do you want the child to have? If most people think of that, I don't think people will have so many children without responsible fathers around.
And they will also be very careful
on making the decision
where their erections direct them.
But Elon Musk said we should populate the earth more.
Say we should populate the world.
Elon Musk can say that because he has billions and the rest, and he does not have 20 children. He can take care of 20 children, but he does not have 20 children.
So then the next thing is that for me, being a father goes beyond having you. I need to leave a legacy. That's a name. When we went to anywhere I've gone with you, what happens?
Most people recognize us.
They recognize and do what?
And they come to meet us and your father is, and tell me about
The respect.
Yeah.
They recognize, they respect, and they reciprocate that value I have created. No, so now I am not only creating wealth. I just need wealth as a leverage. I also need wealth so that I can have confidence to talk without being afraid of somebody depriving me of some benefits I enjoy from them. Then, like if I relate with any politician, it's based on friendship and merit and relationship. I don't place any demand on them. So the next thing is, so I need to create a name. I'm very intentional that if Malia comes to Nigeria and puts her passport, that the immigration man will say, Apoki, are you Dr. Apoki's granddaughter? You understand what I'm saying? That's a big duty for me. So the legacy. Then even these children you are having, I know you are going to train them. I know God will give you money to train them. I gave your daughter $1,000. Maybe so.
Yeah.
I gave your son $1,000.
Yes.
Gave your daughter $1,000. I believe that the next set I should increase it to $2,000 based on inflation.
Inflation, yes.
Yeah, and I can afford it. So that when they are 18, hope so I don't chop the money.
No, we have a fund and so many things for her.
A fund for her. So that when the child grows up, your grandfather left this for you. And or set this up for you. I know they die here to set this up for you. Then at the same time, when I wake up, before I sleep, I pray for them. I pray their future. I prophesy their future into existence. You understand? You guys are not my concern now. Those ones. So the fathering goes beyond one generation. I know somebody who gives 10 million naira to each grandchild the day the child is born. So the child becomes a millionaire immediately. I have a granddaughter that says he wants to study medicine. I gave her 2 plots of land now, valued at 5 million. And when she's 18, she was entitled to have the papers. By that time, that thing will be so many millions. And I don't want that when she wants to travel overseas, that it will be a challenge. No, I want to lay foundation down for her. There's this story of a man that was told to bring somebody who has a good account before they can do something for him. The man went to bring his grandfather, an Igbo man. The Igbo man came to the bank. The manager said, no, we didn't say you should go and bring your ancestors. Well, we want somebody, a man that has money in his account. The Igbo man said, my pikin, money when he get £1 million for Barclays Bank, you know the man. the boy's grandfather had £1 million in Barclays Bank in the UK. That is to say, when Barclays Bank turned to Union Bank, when Barclays Bank was in Nigeria, the man had £1 million and they had the option of transferring the account to the UK. You understand what I'm saying? Money, when you get a £1 million via account, that will not be man. You know, I want to be like that. I want that when I come to Europe, we have an accommodation, have a compound. I want to buy a compound, a suburban compound, where my grandchildren will come, will play. Not only come to Nigeria, will play and then have fun. Then when is Granny coming back? You saw did you enter the house at Okokoko?
Yeah.
How did you see it?
That's beautiful.
You know, fine like una house. Talk true.
It's beautiful.
This in our bush with it. Don't look at me like that, too. Don't play with me. That house, your mom is a wonderful woman. Built that place in such a way that when you guys come, assuming Luca comes, and you are staying in that apartment, you would have swings, you have everything, you have water, you have regular electricity. It won't miss that all those your small cages that you live in there. They won't miss it. Then that place, other place we went to, we build recreational facilities, basketball courts, have farms, have donkeys, have horses. When they come, they are the ones who will be saying, let's go to Africa. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think like that. But the most important challenge that comes to my mind and to a lot of people of my generation is, how can you people live in unity? And you as the eldest, you must learn to forge that. Try and live in unity with your younger ones. There will be deviants, but you must find the right mindset. Thank God you are a very gentleman. You are not like me. Very calm gentleman. You must find the right tone, the right approach to unify the family. Then there has to be a singleness of purpose, in the sense that if you take people like the Sabanchi Foundation in talking, they've been managing their father's wealth till today. They pay 10% of the annual tax. 5% of the annual tax of Turkey, and is headed by a woman. These are grandchildren. I saw Falcon Group in Sierra Leone. I went to South Sudan in Juba. I saw Falcon Group, and I met the young man. The young man said that he had a master's in the UK, and they deployed him to work under his uncle as the manager in Juba. So the greatest challenge we're having now is, how can you people take over the businesses, the legacy, whatever we have built down, so that it can be. You're not going to be thinking of food to eat, clothes to wear, house to live in. No, you're not thinking of, even as you came now, not car to drive. How can you be a blessing to this country that has blessed me? Scholarship foundation, employment, societal, corporate social responsibility. That's the next generation. We'll keep carrying it. Like, there's a hotel in Japan. How many years now? 1,500 years. You remember that hotel in Japan? No, it's if you go through my videos about building enduring family businesses, Sabanchi Foundation, Smithfield Feeds, Joseph W. Luther the First, W. Luther the Second, Third, Fourth, until they sold it recently to the Chinese. Then Barretta family, they've been producing guns for 500 years, and several other companies. Martinelli's Wine, Pick and Pay, Rolex, Kellogg's, and so a lot is expected of you. Fatherhood goes beyond having babies.
That's true.
You must think of the next generation and beyond. So, I remain Dr. Charles Apoki, and you are
Dr. Miracle Apoki.
And you are
Dr. Ufoma Apoki.
Dr. Ufoma Apoki. This one is your own legacy and inheritance. Just continue with this one. So, thank you so much, sir. All right. Well done.